Alright guys, sorry about that. This is part 2 of the Ion video. We just showed you how to disassemble, clean, maintain. Now I just got back to putting it back together. So now what you're going to proceed to do is you're going to want to, in my case, if you have a stock Ion, just disregard this totally. But if you have the Raider board, you're going to want to just kind of put the battery harness right into the first slot there. Put that back on. Now the battery goes in the grip frame. Now you want to take your grips, and I would slide them up from the bottom. It just helps me keep the thing in there. And just stick them over there. You don't have to screw them on right now, but just stick them there. And, actually, you can take your grip thread off. And just keep them off for right now. And, actually, I totally skipped a step here. Sorry, I apologize. I skipped a step. And now you're going to go ahead and reattach the body to the frame. So what you want to do is sometimes tricky. You got to line up. There's 3 holes here. There's 1 hole in the grip frame, and there's 2 holes. There's 1 hole from the body, and there's 1 hole from the breech. You're going to want to get them all lined up. If you don't get them lined up, and this is crucial, if you do not get them lined up, do not force your screw in there because it will strip out, and you will be in for some costly repairs, and it'll just be a pain in the butt, and it's just not something you like. And I'm a person who really takes care of my gun, so if that happened to me, I would just go nuts. So now that it's perfectly lined up, like you can see, it's perfectly lined up. I'm going to take the small screw we took out of the breech previously, and I'm going to just kind of, not push it, but just press it lightly into the hole. And I'm going to go ahead and reassemble it. Once you get the screws back in, you can proceed to just put your grip on. It's pretty straightforward. There's nothing really to it. I kind of hold it there once you get it started in there, and you want to get it flush. If you can't get it in there flush for some reason, then I suggest you just leave it, and you seek a text help or your local store or field, or ask somebody there, because they could probably help you better if you don't know what you're doing. It's important, if you don't know what you're doing, never force something, or never just try to guess it or wing it or freestyle it. You always want to either refer to your manual, call whatever the company, in this case would be Smart Parts, and ask for some help, and I'm sure they'd be more than willing to help you out. So now you're just going to screw the screws back in here, and it's pretty. I don't really have to show you these steps because it was the same thing as putting it back. It's taking it apart, just doing the opposite, basically screwing them back in. So I'm just screwing my screws back in, and get the one pain in the butt trigger screw. Almost done. Okay, now that screws back in, we can proceed to put the back one in, and it takes a lot less time, so you have better access. And then just give it a nice light tightening with the head of the Allen key, like so. Now it takes a few turns to get it in there. There you go. Now, once snug. Alright, now you can just pretty much proceed to put the battery back in, like so. In this case, like I said, the Raider board, so if you have a stock Ion board, the battery harness will still already be in there, so you're going to have to reconnect your battery. If you have the stock Ion board, please note you're going to have to take the battery off, take the inside the harness out, right up with the grip frame. Be careful not to catch it, because it will come unsoldered from the board. And now you can just go ahead and slip your grip frames back over, get your grips back over. And sometimes it's a pain in the butt just to keep the battery in there, but if you do it right, it should stay in there perfectly. There we go. Okay, so now that the grips are back, and I like to do, my trick is I do one on the top on one side, and then on the other side I do one screw into the bottom. If you could kind of see that, you see? You can kind of see that right there. I'm going to put this one screw into the top right there. So, and I'm not going to tighten these a lot at all. I'm just going to give them a nice finger tightening. There we go. That's perfect. Now we're just going to flip it over, and we're going to do one screw into the bottom here. This is my personal preference. You can do whichever way you want. This is the way I've been doing it, and it works pretty well. Now just go ahead and reassemble your screws. Just put the other ones in. And pretty much it, guys. As soon as I get this one screwing, that's pretty much it. How you maintain your Smart Parts Ion. Pretty straightforward. Check out my other vids. I have new videos coming up soon. I'm hoping to have at least 15 or 10 to 15 videos up by my birthday, which is the 21st of September. So that's my kind of goal. I'm trying to get as many videos up as possible. And you can see now the Ion turns on. And it's on semi-automatic, so it's working. Alright guys, thank you very much.